Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm Mark. This is Spiguyver Backpacking. And today we are back out on the trail. Rayman and I have ventured out. We parked just a little way up the road at the Buffalo Outdoor Center, and then we just hit the trail. This weekend we'll be on the Buffalo River Trail and the Old River Trail along the Buffalo River. Lots of really cool areas down here, and so we've got no plan. We're just out here hiking, backpacking. It is Monday, about 4:15, just out hitting the trail. And yeah, let's walk down here. This little campsite right here, coming up on kind of a cool site, right on this little cliff. Check that out. You've got bluffs out there, you've got the mountains, you've got the river out there. I don't know if you can tell the colors of that, but that thing is, it's just beautiful. And that's what we'll be seeing this entire week. So we're gonna spend till Friday out here just kind of exploring. No destinations in mind, lots of side trails, lots of cool stuff. It's all about adventure. Climbing up this pretty much dry waterfall just to see. Looks like there could be a pool up here, and since we really don't have any plans, why not go explore? But as we got up here, got kind of this first shelf. I'm gonna spin you around. So you've got waterfall here that would come down. You've got this area that you can definitely see water comes down, and you've got it just kind of dripping out of the rocks over here. It's like craggy rocks. It's really freaking cool. So next we need to get up on top of that. Might make sense to go up here. Yeah. Really cool spot right here. This overhang. We've got an awesome spot right here where the waterfall would actually be going over you if you were down where Rayman is. There's a fire pit, some benches down there, and then you might be able to see where the water's trickling over the edge. Just so cool. Good morning. All right, so good night of sleep last night. Didn't really film much. Well, I didn't film anything when we got to camp last night. Reason was it was already starting to get dark, and we were trying to find a good spot. We found a great spot. We found an excellent spot. But as soon as we got here, you know, I'm rocking a new hammock that I've never taken out before, and has some setup factors that I was still trying to mess with. And we hadn't experienced any rain, anything the whole day. Well, not that we were out all that long, but it started raining on us as I was setting up, so I had to abandon what I was working on, get the tarp set up really quick, and then go back and make some adjustments after I had that set up. Then we did dinner, and I just hung out for a little while. Then it started sprinkling again, so we went to bed. Slept pretty good. But let me get up and show you guys our site and where we're set up, because it's pretty awesome. Okay, so here's where I am, and right down there is Rain Man. And up above you can see there's like some bamboo. It's pretty thick. But if I turn you around, this is where yeah, we've got a great spot right here along these cliffs. Right here is the water. I mean, it's really, really cool to have this right outside of the hammock. We stopped here at Kyle's, and there's picnic tables, campsites, and so this is where we're having lunch. Rayman's back there. I ate at the picnic table and decided, since we're here and I had a pretty big lunch, I mean, why not take advantage of this little spot right here, sling up the hammock chair and sit and look at this. I mean, it's not bad. So we made it to camp for the day. We are down off of the Buffalo River Trail on the old river trail right now, and right behind me is the Buffalo River. But we found this area. We've been hiking probably for the last 2 miles, kind of looking for a spot, kind of, you know, good water access. A lot of the streams that show even solid, like they're usually pretty solid streams, are completely dry. So we're back down by the buffalo, so we made sure we had some sort of water, but we're right here along this cliff. And so just a really awesome area here. Extends back down that way. So let's walk through the setups that we've got here this weekend. So I've got my new hammock, and this is a hammock that you don't hear too much about, but this is the Townsend Luxury UL. And so it's the same dimensions as the Big Boy hammock by Townsend, but this one has the lighter fabric. It's a 1.7. You can go with a 1.2, but we decided to go with a 1.7 on this one. And then it's got the carbon fiber Rutalacura spreader bars. And you can see just how wide that is. And so it makes a really nice, really flat lay. This is the first one that I can truly say I prefer sleeping on my stomach rather than on my back. Most of my hammocks I end up on my back the majority of the time. But for this one, last night, side and stomach was actually much more comfortable than on my back, which is good because that's how I sleep when I'm at home. And I've got the UGQ hanger 12-foot tarp up there, and I'll spread it pretty wide just because of those long poles there. And then coming over here, Rain Man setup. What you got going this weekend?
Same as always, same as the last couple trips. I've got the Dutch Chameleon winter top cover, CRO 20 under 30 top. Just kind of the standard winter setup for me, even though it's 70 degrees today.
So I've got the CRO 40 degree, both top and under, and that's what we're rocking. Over here we've got a nice little setup for where we'll do dinner and hang out. So just a really cool setup. Got the overhang there. You know, even if it was to start raining, where that is set up, we could sit there, have dinner, hang out, and be protected. Good morning. So we are just packing up, getting ready to head back. We're gonna backtrack a little ways. We think that the Buffalo River Trail is literally right on top of this cliff. And so I think the smart thing is we're just gonna walk back along the cliff, see if there's a spot we can get up on top. And if not, then we'll backtrack, I don't know, 2/10, 3/10 of a mile. All right, we're gonna try this again. Damn GoPro battery shit on me again. So we're gonna try and go back about 3/10 of a mile, hit a spur that's 1/10 of a mile up to the Buffalo River Trail if we can't find a spot to get up there a little bit easier, a little bit sooner. So that's the plan for right now. And looks like we're just about packed up. Time to head out. Let's go. It has been raining all day, and we're trying to make a decision. We found this about every 5 or so miles. We won't put that back up. About every 5 or so miles, we've passed a campground, like fee area campgrounds with picnic tables and stuff, and that's where we had lunch yesterday. So that's where we're stopping for lunch right now. And this one, unlike all the others, actually has a pavilion, so we're actually out of the rain, which is really nice. We've got a decision to make. You know, we planned on taking the Buffalo River Trail out and the Old River Trail back. The Old River Trail has about 26 crossings. With it raining, we'll have to see how the crossings look. We'll go down to the first crossing we're going to go to, see what that looks like, and make a decision there. So, we'll see. Doing up some pour over and do some fried rice, yakitori chicken and fried rice. Super good stuff. Rayman's down getting some water right now. I think we've made a decision that we're probably not going to do the 26 river crossings. Just doesn't make a lot of sense with as cold as it is right now. So that's that. We found another great spot for camp tonight. I'm set up over here. I got it in porch mode. Haven't completely set everything up yet, but you know, while it's not raining, I got everything as set up as it needs to be. I can complete the rest of it and be completely out of it. And over here, Rayman has his set up. Both of us in porch mode, and you know, both of us have it set up so that we can look out at these cliffs. I'm gonna take you guys out to the water and show you what that looks like. So another campsite that definitely doesn't suck. And if it was warm enough to go swimming, you know, this would be a great spot. Nice deep pool out there. Got the turquoise blue, the greens, and just these cliffs that are really cool to be by. This is 3 nights in a row we've been by some cliffs. Not bad. All right, so it started raining. We got under the tarps, and now the sun's out. But Rayman was just eating. He just had some hamburger skillet. He put it on some tortillas, and I've got this. I've got this apple crumble from Outdoor Pantry, and never had this. Only takes 4 ounces of water, so I'm gonna heat up some water, mix this up. This is what we're gonna try, and I'll let you guys see what it looks like and tell you all about it. All right, let's see what we got, how this tastes. Let me give it a good stir. Smells pretty good. Got big old chunks of apple. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this or not. Got big old chunks of apple. I'll let that fall off of there. Bang. Big chunk there. Got the rolled oats. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. It's not super sweet, but it's sweet enough to give you that. Apple chunks are perfect. That's really good. You guys should try that one out. A little bit of a foggy morning this morning. I've got my tarp. You can see just how much condensation and rain is on there. Everything is wet, but hey, I'm out here and it's was a little bit of a wet night. I had the fog roll in. I don't know what time it rolled in, but it's been around for a while. I think it was probably somewhere between 3 and 4 a.m. was when I started noticing the drops falling from the trees. And the problem is it's so wet that, you know, there's the condensation layer on the inside. The fog forms a drip from the tree. It drops, and the condensation from inside of the tarp ends up hitting you. And so that's what I had going on. I'd left this in porch mode, just knowing that it wasn't really supposed to rain last night. And you can see right here, I've got a bubble of water. So I've got my own little puddle right there. But yeah, it's a fairly foggy morning out there this morning. Hopefully it'll clear up. We'll hit the trail. right, so another long day, another 15-mile day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we've been on the couch a lot. Well, I have anyway. And there's a lot of elevation. Over the 26 miles that we did 6,000?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's 12,000.
Yeah.
So 12,000 feet of elevation gain on this, and we're not too far. We've got probably 3 miles or less, somewhere right in that neighborhood, back to the truck tomorrow, and then we'll be heading out. Another great site. We've got water right down here. Got a nice little creek. Got Chris doing up some, Rain Man doing up some water, and then we've got the tarps and hammocks set up. I've got mine really wide and open right now, mainly to let it air out and dry, because we put them away really wet this morning, and so I wanted to give it some time to air out, dry out, and make sure that as my hammock was moving back and forth, it wasn't going to hit it. And I've got the quilts. Quilts had a little bit of dew on them this morning, and so I've just kind of get those laying out so they can air out as well. Another good day. I was struggling right before lunch, and then after lunch, long climb, hardest climb of the trip was right after lunch, and I made it probably, I don't know, 3/4 of the way up, and then had to stop for a bit. But then I don't know, lunch must have kicked in, because the coffee maybe it was the coffee.
Put on headphones, man. You started killing me.
I did. I put in headphones, and once we got up over the top, dude, I got into a zone. I was just going, and it felt good. Best I felt on the entire trip. First day was pretty rough, but had fun. We've been doing some off-trail adventuring, exploring, going and seeing things. Today we went down and saw the waterfall and saw the springs that fed it, because the creek above it was completely dry, but we could hear a waterfall. So we were like, how is this possible? So kind of cool.
It's a really pretty trail, honestly. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't know how we haven't got here before. If you're looking for waterfalls, you pick a rainier season,
yeah.
Man, this thing, especially the first couple miles there out of Ponca, is going to be, you're going to be sick of waterfalls by the time you're done with it. It's got a lot of them everywhere.
Yeah, a little disappointing that there was no water in a lot of the creeks, and so no waterfalls at all, where there would have been great ones. I mean, there would be one right here, there'd be a good one. There'd be, so, I mean, we've passed quite a few that would have been absolutely amazing, but hey, we'll come back out when there's more water. Good morning. So it is the last day. Got about 3 miles to head out this morning, and so you can see we're all packed up, just getting shoes and stuff on. Got the backpack ready to go on my back, and then we'll be heading back down the river out, and then not too far. So I'll bring you back if I find anything cool to look at. See this? It's pretty crazy, but these are all buds on the ends of this little tree here, and I've seen several that the buds actually had opened up some, and there might be one right down there. It has almost little flowers on it. It is New Year's Eve in Arkansas, and the weather has been so mild this year that the trees are confused. They don't know what's going on, and they're starting to bud. I mean, it was probably mid to upper 60s yesterday. Crazy. Happy New Year's. right, so we've got about a half-mile road walk left, and we're done with the weekend. 4 days, 5 days. What do you call it? 4 days, 5 days?
4 days.
We started Monday,
Finished
late,
Friday, but like a couple
finishing
hours.
Friday morning, like 3 miles each side, and then 12, 15, and 15, or 14, 15, and 15, whatever you want to call it, and then some side trips and some other fun. It's been a great week. The weather, you know, it's had its mix. It's had its ups and downs. It had some rain, it had some cold, it had some warm, it had some absolutely beautiful. But for this time of year, we cannot complain with what we got. What do you think about the weather, man?
Man, the weather was well, except for the day that it rained all day long. The weather was really great. Even that day, honestly, for December, man, you're not going to beat it. It was a much needed trip. It was a much appreciated trip. It was a very enjoyable trip. It was. I liked it a lot, man. I definitely liked it.
Hey, for those of you out there who are thinking about going out on a trip, just do it, man. Get out there. You know, the stresses of the holidays, work, everything else, just let them go. Get out, have an adventure, go explore, and just enjoy yourself. See you guys down the trail.